Hey, what's up, y'all? What it do? Welcome back to Get Tactical. I'm your host, DZ. Let's get it. You already know I'm about to say, y'all. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and drop a like on this video. Go ahead and share it. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, man. Tell your friends and tell your mama. We going up. All right, so on the topic of today's video, we're talking about self-defense here in AZ, okay? Now, first of all, let me put that disclaimer out there. Your boy's not a lawyer. You know what I mean? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney, nothing like that. All this information is strictly for educational purposes. And I always tell you guys anyway, no matter what you hear, do your own research, okay? Because I could say something, you guys research it yourself, you find out a little bit more about the topic, so on and so forth, okay? If you guys have some real serious questions, call an attorney, ask them, all right? All right, y'all, so real quick, self-defense here in Arizona. I really like Arizona's gun laws because they're really pro Second Amendment. We need more states like this, all right? If you guys agree, go ahead and drop so in the comments. If you disagree, let me know why, all right? So let's get into it. First of all, I'm gonna wanna say that Arizona is a constitutional carry state. If you don't know what that is, I briefly explained it. No, I fully explained it in detail in my video. They're coming for your guns, but I'm gonna explain it again. Constitutional carry is if you're 18 and up, you're not a felon, you can open carry, right? And I know people are gonna say, well, you have to be 21 to buy a gun. Well, you could be gifted one, right? If you're gifted a gun, you can open carry, all right? And but you can't conceal carry as 18, right? 21 and up here in Arizona, you can open carry, conceal carry without a permit. You don't need a CCW, concealed weapons permit. You don't need nothing like that. You can just buy a gun, conceal carry, open carry, right? You do have to research on where you can carry it though, because you can't carry everywhere. Some stores, they'll have that sign, right, that says, oh, no guns allowed, right? That's not enforceable by law, right? You don't have to listen to that. The most they can do is tell you to leave. That's here in Arizona. I don't know about everywhere else. I'm talking about AZ. All right, so just keep that in mind. There's a couple places to where you can't carry a weapon. So guys, a couple places to where you can't conceal carry: schools, right? Correctional facilities, voting polls, right? Just those are some quick examples, right? But I'm pretty sure that's mostly common sense, right? You're not going to bring a gun to school. And then a correctional facility, duh, right? I mean, it's common sense, right? For the most part. So those are places where you can't carry a weapon, right? Conceal carry or open carry, right? So let's talk about this castle doctrine here in Arizona, all right? It's a lot of information that I got right here, so I'm going to end up reading it, all right? So that way I don't miss anything, some valuable stuff here, okay? All right, so for the purpose of protecting yourself, your family, and your home, Arizona is considered a castle doctrine state, and you are allowed to stand your ground, right? Castle doctrine laws are based on the idea that you have the right to be safe in your home, your castle, right? That's why I tell you guys, put in the ring, put in the extra bolt locks, right? And buy yourself a gun, right? Because you have the right to protect yourself and your family and your property. All right. Also, you are under no obligation to retreat from your home to stay safe, right? You also have the right to use force, right? To protect yourself, your family, and your property. Stand your ground, right? So that's really cool, and that stand your ground law doesn't only apply to your house, it applies outside of your house, right? If somebody's, trying to use deadly force against you, you don't have to retreat, you don't have to run away. You can defend yourself and your property, right? That's why I think it's really cool, because it gives, people, law-abiding citizens, people that's just, trying to live their life, not breaking any laws. It gives us a chance to fight back, right? Not only that, just to feel safe and protect yourself, because this world is crazy. As you guys can see, PNB Rock just got killed in LA not too long ago, right? And it's crazy. They don't have laws like that, right? And the criminals don't care. You're not allowed to have guns like that. But as you can see, what happens, right? Bullshit, in my opinion. That laws out there is just crazy, right? But anyway, stand your ground, guys. And a lot of people is gonna say, that's a little controversial, because you should try to run away, and at least separate yourself from that type of threat. But you don't have to out here. You can stand your ground. All right, y'all. So right now we're gonna talk about, when is it legal to use deadly force, okay? So I do want to put this out there because I feel like it's really important for you guys to know. The threat of deadly force and the use of deadly force is the same here in Arizona. You can be prosecuted for the threat of deadly force. What does that mean? So I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, road rage incidents, right? Somebody gets cut off, they're mad, right? And they get out the car, they pull a gun out on somebody. I've seen it myself, right? They pull a gun out on somebody, they don't shoot them, but they just end up leaving, right? In Arizona, if you're caught, if someone calls the police on you for that, and you're caught, you can be prosecuted for that. You can end up serving jail time just for the threat of deadly force, right? And also, that goes into something that they call a defensive display of a firearm, right? And you have to report that type of stuff. If you don't report it, here's what can happen. So let's go with that same scenario. Somebody gets cut off in the traffic, right? And they got a little road rage incident going on. Somebody pulls out a gun. They're like, oh, I'll shoot you and kill you, right? And the guy, nothing happens, right? But the guy takes off and drives away. The person that he pulled the gun on calls the police. Hey, this guy just pulled a gun out on me. This is his license plate, car number, driving off. Next thing you know, the guy who pulled the gun, he's now being arrested, right? For one, you didn't report that. So you guys have to make sure if you do end up pulling your gun out, you don't use it, you still have to report that type of stuff because someone can call the police on you. You can get arrested for that. So no threat of deadly force unless you really feel like your life is dependent on it because you can be prosecuted, all right? I went to the safety self-defense seminar, right? And they gave us framework to analyze a threat, right? And I'm going to give that to you guys today because I really love my subscribers. I really love all y'all watching. So this is a little hidden gem for y'all, okay? And I hope y'all appreciate it, all right? So framework to analyze a threat, right? They call it the AOJ triad, AOJ. And it stands for ability, opportunity, and jeopardy, all right? Ability. So does this person have the ability to seriously hurt me, right? So somebody that's 50, 60 feet away, right? And they're saying, oh, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to crack your skull. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to stab you. If they're 50, 60 feet away, is there really a serious inability for them to hurt me? Most likely not, So you got to think about that, right? Opportunity. Does this person have the opportunity to hurt me? He's 50, 60 feet away and he has his bare hands, right? Nah, I would say he doesn't have an opportunity to hurt me. But if he's walking towards me, right? If he was 50 feet away, now he's 20 feet away. And he's still saying, oh, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to crack your skull open. I'm going to stab you. All right, then that changes the dynamics completely, right? Jeopardy, verbal and nonverbal threat indicators, right? So if same guy, 50 feet away, he was saying, oh, I'm going to hurt you. Now he's 30 feet, 20 feet. Now at 20 feet, he pulls out a knife. Then that's definitely go time. For me, in my eyes, I'm thinking, oh, he still has the same mind. He's going to hurt me. He's coming closer. He's already has a weapon in his hand. I don't want him to get any closer because somebody with a knife can get to you within 6 seconds from like 30 feet. And there's so many studies out there done by police officers. That's why they don't play when it comes to knives, okay? So just remember that, guys, okay? Ability, opportunity, and jeopardy, all right? And that'll help you do your framework and let you know when it's legal to use deadly force, okay? And also, I'm going to give you guys some examples of when it is justified to use deadly force, okay? So you could be justified to use deadly force in a burglary. If somebody's breaking into your house, right, you can use deadly force. Kidnapping. If you see somebody kidnapping a kid, obviously, pedophile should be put to death anyway. Armed robbery, right? If somebody's robbing you with a gun or a knife, stuff like that, right? Manslaughter, murder. If he's witnessing somebody kill someone else, you can use deadly force, absolutely, because you're trying to protect that person's life, or you don't know if they're going to kill you next. You don't know what's going on, right? Sex with a minor or rape. If you witness these crimes, you can use deadly force, okay? Don't do any warning shots, guys, okay? For one, that's a negligent discharge. You're responsible for every round that's in that firearm. Now, this one right here, this law, I've heard different things about it. From an attorney, Now, it's called duty to inform, right? Duty to inform basically means when you're in the presence of an officer, you have to let them know when there's a presence of a firearm, right? I've heard by an attorney that you don't have to legally inform the officer that there's a presence of a firearm, that there's a firearm present, right? So, and I've also researched and read that you do have to inform that there is a firearm present, right? I'm not sure how that really goes. Guys, if someone knows what the real deal is, let me know down in the comments below. Guys, like I'm saying, man, you know, like I've been preaching for the longevity of my channel, man. You guys need to have one of these, okay? To protect yourself and protect your family, right? Because if you got somebody breaking in, you're going to need an equalizer. You're going to need something to even the playing field, right? Because I've seen, man, multiple videos out there. 4 out of 5 videos, you know, there's at least 3 or 4 criminals breaking in at the same time. All of them have guns, and at least one of them has an extended round magazine, right? And at least one of them has a Draco with a 30-round magazine or a drum. What kind of shit is that? Then I hear people saying, oh, you don't need 30-round magazines, you don't need that, that's overkill. Yeah, but you gotta even the playing field. If you about to have a shootout with 3 or 4 motherfuckers and they all got fucking guns, they all got extended magazines, you don't want to be reloading a little 10-round magazine every chance. No, you're gonna get smoked. Fuck that, man. Get yourself something that can have a high capacity in it. Get yourself an AR, an AK, right? A high capacity shotgun. That way you can even the playing field with some of these crazy, deranged, evil motherfuckers. That's what they are. Get yourself a big 30. Get yourself an AR with a 30-round magazine, you know, 60-round drum, right? All of that. We need all that, right? I'm tired of people saying that we don't need high-capacity magazines. When you got these evil criminals that don't care about the law and they're ready to do harm. They're ready to just tear some shit apart, right? And they got firepower, heavy firepower, right? Man, fuck all that. Get yourself one of these, man. All right? Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully y'all liked it. Hopefully you found it informative. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and drop a like. Don't forget to share it, right? Tell your friends and tell your mama, all right? And, man, as usual, man, stay strapped. Because if you ain't strapped, you know what can happen, man. Stay strapped to get clapped, all right? I'm your host, baby. DZ. Y'all take it easy, all right? Catch you on the next one.